So if you come from the last video, I'm just going to talk about positive and negative reinforcements. I was thinking about this quote, and it goes, I'm not quite sure exactly how it goes because I don't have the book on me right now, but it's from Psycho-Cybernetics. And so the author says something like, the rocket, he's talking about like a missile for like military purposes. The rocket will only change course if given negative feedback. If it receives positive feedback, it just keeps doing what it's doing. I don't know if that hits you as hard as it hits me. It's like a very generic quote, but it just gives you a lot of perspective into like how people's how people's minds work. If you think about it as if we're all like in a tribe, like prehistoric times, and we're all like cavemen, you don't want to be exiled from the tribe, because if you're exiled from the tribe, it's basically a death sentence. You can't really survive on your own. There's other tribes that are going to kill you. There's the elements you have to like figure out how to like survive on your own without like the help of everybody in the tribe. So you rely on making sure that you maintain positive feedback from your tribe, that they know that you're a valuable tribe member. So when you get negative reinforcement, it's like, oh, don't want to go there, don't want to go there. So that's very dangerous in this day and age, because everybody in your like tribe, right, is, especially if you're like at school, your tribe is like your classmates and the people that you see every single day. And most people these days are basically just degenerate, right? Like they positively reinforce drinking and doing drugs and staying up too late and like all this like degenerate, ungodly stuff. So you have to be very careful who you take your negative reinforcement from, and you have to make sure that you it's like a brain twisting thing, that when you get negative reinforcement from negative people, it's a positive thing. You know what I mean? If a drug addict gives you negative reinforcement for not doing drugs, you're like, I'm good. Like if he was giving you positive reinforcement, that'd mean you're getting closer to his tribe. And you don't want to be a drug addict, right? So if you get negative reinforcement from a negative person, you're going in a positive direction. So that's very interesting to think about. If you're getting like hated on by people who are not where you want to be, then that's probably a positive thing. If you're getting negative reinforcement from multimillionaires and like jacked people who are like, you're in the gym, for example, and you're doing an exercise, and the guy comes up to you and he's like, let me show you how to do this a little bit better. If he's small, you'll be like, yeah, right, dude, whatever. Because he's not where you want to be. So that's a negative and a negative, which is a positive, right? So, but if he's like if Chris Bumstead comes up and is like, let me correct your form, you're like, absolutely, Mr. Chris Bumstead, 5 times Mr. Olympia. You know what I mean? Like, if if a positive role model is giving you negative feedback, you want to kind of learn from that negative feedback and not push past it. It's not a diss. It's like it's not an insult. It's it's positive criticism, and he wants you to grow to be more like him, right? So everybody wants you in their tribe. Say for example, on this side you have a millionaire, and on this side you have a homeless man, right? Millionaire, homeless man. So you're right in the middle, and you start, for example, you make a business. You open a gym, sure, Alex Ramosi. You open up a gym, and you're like, you start making a little bit of money. The businessman is going to be like, oh, great job, man, you're on your path to success. Just make sure you keep scaling that. Make sure you hire a couple of people to make sure that you're not like working in the gym the entire day long, and then you soon enough you'll be opening another gym and another gym and another one. But the homeless man's like, oh, what are you doing opening a gym? You're not going to get success. You're not going to do any of that, because he wants you in his tribe, and the millionaire wants you in his tribe. So you have to listen carefully to what these people want. If he's giving you negative feedback and the millionaire is giving you positive feedback, you're doing the right thing. This is very hard to understand, and it's a very deep concept because sometimes people who you care about very much are going to give you negative feedback where you should be receiving positive feedback. For example, if you start some kind of business or you start like working out and a family member who you're really close with is like, "Oh, that's gay. What are you doing working out? That's gay," you know? If they're not where you want to be, you have to not listen to that. Even if they're your very close family member. Like, that's a tough pill to swallow because we're always taught, like, listen to your parents, respect your elders, all this stuff. And I believe in that, but only if they're where you want to be. If your elders are like some Winston Churchill, like Alex Hormozy, for example, some kind of like very successful person, you should probably listen to them and respect them and understand that they know more than you. They've been alive and they've been developing just like you, but longer. So it's a tough thing to realize, but once I think I've got it pretty packed in my head, and I think I know, like once you know what to look out for, just think about it, it's literally like maths. A negative times a negative is a positive, right? I haven't been in school for long enough to do that. I've been summering too much. But yeah, negative times negative is a positive, and a positive times a negative is a negative, right? So if you get positive reinforcement from a negative person, you're going in a negative direction. I think you understand where I'm going with this, right? I think you understand the gist of what I'm getting at. So yeah, just think about that. The rocket will only change course if given negative feedback. If it receives positive feedback, it just keeps doing what it's doing. Make sure you're getting positive feedback from positive influences. Have a good day.